What's going on? In this video, I'm going to be talking about high-ticket coaching funnels, how to fix your funnel, the 3 biggest mistakes that most coaches make. First, let's define our terms. I'm not trying to pull a Charlie Kirk here, but we're going to define what is a funnel. A lot of people mistake a funnel to be a landing page, and they intertwine the two. A funnel is not a landing page, right? It's not a landing page. It's something completely different. A funnel is something a lot more than just like a landing page. It's an actual way to convert your customer from attention to assets, right? And a funnel basically takes them the entire way down this system, right? So they're going from just being a person who watches content or watches your ads or does whatever. You gather this attention. This is the first step. If you want to scale any sort of high-ticket coaching program, your goal needs to be to get attention. That's why I'm recording these YouTube videos. Like, contrary to popular belief, I'm not a YouTuber. My job is not a YouTuber. I sit here and record because this is part of what I do as a high-ticket coach and as a business owner and as a consultant who actually scales high-ticket coaches, right? This is basically what I do. I create free content to basically nurture leads. And this is the first mistake, is most people don't nurture their leads enough from the top of funnel level, right? You can nurture your leads. Imagine this is our funnel, right? Let's redraw this real quick. So we have attention, and then down here we have assets, right? So these assets are basically dollars, and this is a funnel, right? As we can see, the leads come in and the leads go out. They come this direction. So your goal, instead of like flowing tons of people through this funnel from this side, instead of flowing people through and realizing that they're DQs down here, you want to disqualify as many people here from the top of funnel level as possible. This means like calling people out in your content, calling people out in your ads. If people aren't actually qualified in the ads, like in your ads, you need to be very specific about your target market, your ICP, those kind of things. Because if you're attracting the wrong leads from up at the top of the funnel, you're going to be missing out on a ton of cash, right? So your first goal is to nurture leads here at the top of funnel level with content and with other pieces of the pie like that, right? Content is not going to be the way that you get the leads in the door always, right? Sometimes you're going to have to go into the paid ads route. Sometimes you're going to have to go in the route of sending outbound or just getting warm inbound leads. Depends. There's a lot of different ways to get leads, and that's not what I'm necessarily here to talk about in this video. I'm here to talk about how to take those leads and convert that attention from those leads into actual cash and into money, because cash is what we all want. Nobody cares about attention. People care about cash. So that would be mistake number 1, is nurturing in the frame of the lead, right? So frame is super, super important. This is basically the key right here, framing the leads from a top of funnel level. So there is pieces of frame that we do throughout this entire funnel. Right here before the money, there's different pieces of frame that we have to do, right? Right in this area, we have to do some framing before they hop on a call, before we can actually close them. So for high ticket at least, this typically consists of content, and then they're going to go to a funnel page, right? They're going to go to a funnel page, and then they're going to basically go onto the calendar, right? So this calendar is basically going to be our call, and this is where we're going to actually book them in, and then we're going to close them, right? So there's stuff that needs to happen in all of these different aspects. In the content, you need to call out your avatar. You need to start attracting the right people, and that's the most important part of content that most people miss, is they try to go viral. It's not about how viral you can go. I know people who have 3,000 followers who make millions of dollars per month from their content. It's not about going viral. It's about attracting the right audience, right? Then we have our funnel page, right? So this is, again, calling out the audience and that kind of thing. Now, as we go further down the funnel, a lot of people lose the idea of nurturing and of actually getting leads in the door. So we want to have like a post-call or a post-booking video. We want to have different assets that they look at, different sales assets that they look at before that call. So that way they have a much higher likelihood of actually closing here at the call level. And when you're actually paying to have a salesperson on the call with this person to be able to close them, or even just doing it yourself and paying in your time, you're going to be missing out on a lot of money if you're not nurturing them properly at the top of funnel level. So that is number 1. Number 2 is overcomplicating the funnel page itself, right? So in these pages, this is a simple funnel that we all use, or that me and my business partner use for our business. And this funnel itself has probably generated 7, 8, 9 figures overall from the people who use this funnel. So this is kind of what this funnel looks like, right? It's very simple. It's going to be the first page. It's going to be a simple VSL funnel. So we're going to have a VSL. Here on this VSL, we're going to have a button. It's a big button, but it says submit application, right? And from this, they're basically going to go to the next page. This is going to be a type form where they fill out an application, right? And then from here, they can go a few different routes. If they're qualified or if they're disqualified, they basically move to different places. And this is typically from a financial level. We ask how much they have saved up or that kind of thing. From a DQ standpoint, disqualified, if they get disqualified, we're going to push them to a low ticket downsell. So an LTDS, which is a low ticket downsell offer. This is basically just going to be a sales page, traditional bump products, two-step order form, bumps, that kind of thing here. Then they're going to go to a mid-ticket downsell, an MTDS here. And then after that, they're going to go to a an onboarding call, which this is just a triage call, meaning that you should have a small setter in here, setter in here doing different follow-ups and calls to see, hey, is this person actually qualified? Because there will be a lot of people that lie here on this type form level. So since there's so many people that lie, you obviously want to push them there. Now, if they are qualified, we're going to push them to a call, which is basically a calendar page. We want to be sending them to a call confirmation, call confirmation page. And then from here, we're going to be running hella email sequences, right? We're going to be running like 5 different emails. And these are going to be before the call where we're going to be able to send them assets, right? So this is going to be for sending them sales assets, videos that basically explains why they should buy from you, why they should trust you, and helps them build more trust with you. If you have a closer on this call, right? If there's a closer here, this should be a podcast in this email, right? So if you have a closer, you want to have a podcast with the closer and with the actual coach, aka you, most likely. You want to have a podcast with the coach here to actually, build more trust. In theory here, you would close them, high ticket, HT dollars. And then from there, obviously after we've closed them on this high ticket deal, we collect that cash, we dump it back into money for more ads to send people to the VSL funnel. So this is how our funnel works, right? This is a flywheel. Notice how this funnel, most people overcomplicate this funnel because they send it one way, right? They try to optimize what happens throughout this piece of the funnel from here to here, right? This is all they try to optimize. Instead of trying to do that, make it automatically rotate, right? As you get more high ticket money, put money back in ads, right? Ads. Because paid ads are going to be the only way to scale up past like 100K a month. You can get to 100K a month easy. That's light work. You can get to 100K a month very, very easily if you are actually willing to put in the work and you're willing to do that kind of stuff. I've seen people who have gotten to 100K a month off of literally a Calendly page and DMs that they're doing themselves, right? Literally 300K a month that way. So those numbers are rookie numbers. If we actually want to scale and we want to get to $1 million per month or 500,000 per month or whatever that goal is, we need to be putting money to ads. And there are certain niches that I'll say that can't just be scaled organically, right? The more you can put into ads, the more you're going to get out. Now, the third mistake is data, right? And this is very, very important. You need to be tracking everything. If you're not tracking, you're slacking, right? So throughout this funnel, there are different pieces and elements that you should be tracking, right? How well are your ads converting? There's a lot of different data on ads that you can collect. There's also data on this actual landing page, right? How many people actually watch the VSL? If you use a VSL software like we use, we have a private VSL software that I can give to you if you join my Inner Circle program. Quick plug. If you join that, I'll show you exactly how to do it. But this is kind of a piece that's reserved for the Inner Circle because we don't want to we want to kind of gatekeep that part of it. But the rest of this, obviously, the type form. This is the easy part of the funnel. You want to track, okay, how many people filled out the type form? How many people actually watched this VSL? How many people clicked this button right here? How is this converting? And then split test everything. You got to A/B test. Because if you're not testing, you're not going to actually improve. You have to be iterating on your thoughts all the time. So this is kind of the basics of the funnel, how to do the funnel, and then also just like the 3 biggest mistakes that online coaches make with their funnel right here. Nurture, frame, these are 2 different things, but they're grouped into one because they're basically the same thing. Nurturing and framing before that call, It's a big difference between bringing in leads and bringing in qualified leads and bringing in qualified framed leads. A lot of marketers will be like, hey, I can bring you qualified leads. Well, what qualifies a lead? Most people miss the aspect of frame, and so that's why this is super, super, super important. Overcomplicating funnels and then also data. So another huge kind of bonus here is if you want this exact funnel, I have like literally a whole template for these sales pages and different pieces of this. If you want this, I have access to this in a lot more detail in my Inner Circle program. I will say it is a low 4-figure investment, so if that's not something you can afford, please don't book in. Don't waste my time. But obviously, if you do want this, this is a very, very simple place that you can go. You can join my Inner Circle. If not, that's cool too. Just keep consuming all of this stuff for free. And eventually one day, I promise you, I will build enough reciprocity with you and give you enough value that you will want to join and you will need to join. So this is this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this made sense to you. If you have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in the comments and I shall see you later. Peace.